Over here.
Weird. Is this where the auction is?
There's nobody here, but there's a lot of canned knowledge just sitting here, which is a little concerning.
Yeah, not a single soul. Maybe they're on break right now or something.
Yeah, with all that canned knowledge just sitting there, Paimon.
They didn't waste any time getting here after we defeated those mercenaries. They shouldn't have been able to give any warning of our arrival, but even so, they still knew we were coming. Someone here must have been watching the tracker and warned everyone to clear out.
But why didn't they take their product with them?
Aw, what should we do now?
We searched the area. They couldn't have moved all the knowledge capsules so quickly. There might still be something left for us to find.
All right, let's take a good look around the area.
Okay. If you say so. Ordinary canned knowledge. It seems to have nothing to do with the Court of Desolation. A large amount of canned knowledge is impaled here, enough to fetch an extremely large amount of Mora at a marketplace. The scattered footprints have not been completely buried by the wind and sand, but it is impossible to speculate on the direction of the merchant's escape from the footprints. They left their sumpter-beast behind. Poor guy. The sumpter-beast is drinking water leisurely and seems to be completely unaffected. What did I find? Nothing.
Did you find anything?
Nope.
No, nothing in particular.
Only some average-looking knowledge capsules.
It's possible there weren't many knowledge capsules containing info about the Court of Desolation, so they carried those off.
Entirely possible.
But don't worry. I have another idea. You two start heading back the way we came. I will remain hidden here.
I'm assuming I have the tracker on me.
Come back and meet me here after some time has passed. I'm sure something will come up by then.
So that's why you wanted me to carry the tracking device.
They packed up in a hurry and didn't have time to carry off all their goods. They won't just leave them here.
Ow.
Once they think we've left the premises, they'll be back to pick up their belongings. We just need to make sure the tracker goes far enough from here to make them assume that it's safe to come back.
Oh, Paimon gets it. We'll lure them out because they'll think we've left. Okay, we'll start heading away and leave this place to you.
Yes, and don't worry. If they dare to return, I'll make sure they stay.
But I want to see you in action. Paimon, why don't you just go off by yourself? That is very unsafe. But she could. To you too, Candace. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is life and death here. There we go. Much better. Leave the auction with the tracker. Gotta stock up. Ah! Yes! On these bad boys. Might need a lot of them in future. Okay. Can we drop the tracker and turn around and go back?
Ugh, so tired. We've probably gone far enough now, right?
Yes, it's far enough. We should go a little further.
Further? But Paimon can't go another step. How about we rest here for a while?
We're gonna get attacked, aren't we? You sit and rest for a while nearby, or not.
It's probably about time for us to head back to the auction. Let's go. Maybe Cyno's finally found some leads.
Maybe. And can I just point out that we've had no information about this damn pyramid whatsoever. We've been in the bowels of the damn thing, and I still know nothing about it. What is this construct? Why is there like light sand flowing into this inverted pyramid? I don't understand. And I want to understand, but the game's not giving me any answers. It's not fair. I just want to know all about the history of the land. Oh yeah, put me right towards it. Thanks. Rub salt in the goddamn wound. None of them have capstones, I've just realised. None of the pyramids have capstones. They're missing their Ben-Bens, guys. Oh, did you find a new home over there, guys? Hey, birdie, I'll try not to whack into you as I descend. Well, he's got a friend. Only the one, though. Is this the owner of the Sumpter Beast?
Oh, looks like Sino caught someone!
That was a really disturbing close-up of Paimon that I didn't need.
So you're the bad guy behind all this, aren't ya? Alright, tell Paimon everything you know!
Does he know anything about the smuggling? Does he have an important role in the auction?
I didn't act immediately when he showed up. Rather, I laid low and observed for a while instead. He is not the primary instigator, but he is most likely one of the more important dealers here.
He looks very angry.
Am I right?
Yes, impressive. You certainly live up to your reputation, Sino. If I had any idea you were still around, I wouldn't have gotten so greedy.
Huh? Greedy? What do you mean by that?
Once everyone knew you were coming, all the canned knowledge dealers abandoned their goods and fled at once. Obviously, there wasn't time to pack up everything. Since all the goods were just left here unsupervised, I thought I'd use the opportunity to come back and take what I could. You know, free merchandise is good business, but I suppose there's no use explaining it now.
You must know who's manufacturing and selling the canned knowledge, correct? Will you tell us willingly? Or do I need to make you talk?
No, I'll talk. But before that, perhaps we can take the conversation elsewhere?
Do you not want everybody to see us have this conversation if they come back? And look at that, Celestia's right there. Nice and close.
If we stay here, chances are that someone will see me with you. That would put both me and my family in danger.
All right. Where do you suggest we go?
How about my home in Aru Village? It should be safe there.
Fine. Let's head out. You can throw away the tracker now, Travel.
Okay.
Listen, buddy, you better not try to trick us!
Come on now. Do you really think I'd
want
try
me
to
to go
pull
on
anything
foot?
under Sino's watch? Seriously, what can I even do?
Good, because I have no idea how to get to Aru Village from here. Yeah, I'd have to go back around, wouldn't I? Along this path? Yes. No, thank you. Maybe the statue actually would have been a better place. I'm over here now. Bridge. I like bridges. Ah, this is your house. Okay. A random child. Simon.
Dad, you're back! Oh, we have guests? Hi there.
This is my daughter, Seemin. She can be a little shy of strangers. Why don't you run along now, dear? Dad needs to talk with our guests.
Oh, okay.
You had kids late in life.
Everyone knows Sino in our business. But let me ask, who are you two?
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler!
To be honest, I really didn't expect to see Sino, the lone operator, working with any partners.
So everybody seems to keep
When I
telling
saw
me.
the tracker start moving away, I assumed you had decided to just go back empty-handed.
Which is what we wanted you to think. Who gave you the tracker, though?
But even though you caught me, I'd still urge you to stop while you still can. You should abandon this investigation.
Why?
Why's that?
Everything from the manufacturing of canned knowledge to the sales and even splitting the profits. Every step of the process involves dozens, if not hundreds of people. Massive profits have brought everyone together in this business. Everyone will try their best to defend this industry that we've worked to build. It will be a long and difficult fight, even for you, Sino. And even if you manage to win in the end, no one will thank you. If anything, you yourself might even feel remorse. Why are you so bent on putting us out of business?
Everyone has their own reasons for what they do. I don't have to explain mine.
Except for the fact that overuse of canned knowledge leads to bad consequences.
Here's some tea, Dad. And for the guests, too.
That's a lot of tea. Is that a vase? That is not a cup.
Right. I forgot to offer tea to our guests. Thank you.
Don't mention it. And, I should tell you that our tea tastes kind of bitter, but I put some sugar in to make it a little tastier.
That's my girl. do we still have any sugar left? If not, I'll buy some more next time.
Yes, we do. Okay. I'm gonna go have a rest now.
She's a very timid child.
Didn't you say that everyone's in it for the massive profits? That sure doesn't seem to be the case for you.
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I was hoping to ask you for a favor. My daughter was born with a chronic disease, so she has a relatively weak heart and lungs.
May explain her timidity.
Even slightly strenuous exercise can cause her to faint and prove to be a life-threatening risk. That's why she never really had any friends to play with, and why she locks herself up in her room most of the time. She has to take lots of medicine, and it doesn't come cheap. As for me, I was just an average merchant. I would wake up early and travel all around to make a profit. But the Mora was still nowhere near enough. I could only watch my daughter's health deteriorate day by day. Until one day, someone reached out and showed me a way to really make a profit.
Selling canned knowledge.
That's right. With all the Mora I made, I could finally afford medical treatment for my daughter. Nothing made me happier than seeing her get better. There are many others like me. Smuggling canned knowledge might seem like an unforgivable crime to you, but to us, it's a means of survival.
Sir, becoming an assassin is a means of survival as well. It may seem an unforgivable crime to others, but for you, it's just survival. Like, where's the line? Where do you put the line between what is okay and what isn't okay just to make money to survive?
I wanted to tell you all this so that maybe you could understand and change your mind.
No, it doesn't.
Please, stay out of this, Cyno.
I'm sympathetic to your plight, but that doesn't make it okay.
Survive.
I'm sympathetic, but that doesn't make it okay.
Oh no. That means that if we prevent the sale of canned knowledge, his daughter will...
I'm sympathetic, but that's the way of the world.
I must get to the truth. I can find someone to help treat your child. But I cannot turn a blind eye to the smuggling. These are two completely different issues.
I somehow knew you would say that. But having your word to help my daughter is enough for me. Since you insist on continuing the investigation, you should have a look around the back of my home. You'll find some goods I received just recently. I think everything will become clear to you once you see them.
Okay, thank you for being forthcoming. I appreciate that. You go to the back of the house with Cyno.
Whoa! Look at all of this!
Oh my gosh, he keeps this much canned knowledge just floating around. Wait, what are the pink and blue ones?
Yes. All neatly packed away and organized in boxes. To think that this is only one dealer's worth.
I mean, he's got a fortune literally sitting right there. Why is he concerned about his daughter's medical expenses for?
Small producers couldn't possibly support such a large quantity of goods. Could the Academia have a hand in this? But such a volume of goods wouldn't be able to slip through inspection.
Unless the inspectors are also corrupt, Cyno.
Huh? Look! These seem different
Glad
from the
it's
other
not just
knowledge
me.
capsules we've seen. Maybe they contain knowledge about the Court of Desolation.
Yes, that would make sense. Wait, what's this?
They're not glowing though. Some sort of marking we've never seen before. Do you know what it is, Cyno?
Yes. It's a Matra seal, indicating that the goods have passed Matra inspection.
Like I said, the inspectors are corrupt as well. Did you really expect anything less?
I started to suspect that someone in the Academia might be involved when I found the tracker earlier. But how they could ship so much canned knowledge out of the Academia was still a mystery. The pieces have now all fallen into place. With this Matra seal, goods can leave the Academia without undergoing a second inspection. No wonder they don't want me to investigate. It turns out that a Matra is behind this. Even I find it hard to believe.
Next thing you know, it turns out to be Taj. Because he's been named. It could be a misunderstanding.
Could I ask you for a favor, Traveler?
Go right ahead.
Since all this canned knowledge came from the Academia, then it's highly likely that the knowledge regarding the Court of Desolation originated from research files stored within the Academia. If we can enter the repository, we can find out who accessed these files.
You want us to go back to the academia and, like, log into their shit? You can't go back to the academia. Aren't you on the run?
But, considering my current status, if I suddenly show up at the academia now, it will only draw unnecessary attention.
Yeah.
You'll need to be the one who checks the records. I'll write a letter to Nabil, and he'll take you there.
Okay.
Sure thing. Leave it to us.
I'll also keep working here in the meantime. Although our leads are all currently pointing to someone within the academia, it's obvious that they also have power outside of it. We can get more information on other dealers from Bahari. I'll stay here and make some preparations. You can come find me anytime if you uncover more info.
Okay. I'll go back. Sino's introduction left there. Now. Court of Desolation. I swear I've seen the name somewhere before, though. But I guess maybe I haven't. Maybe I haven't. Yeah, no additional names pop up. Okay. This way. This one. Nabil, I have returned. I don't technically have an answer for you yet, but I'm getting closer.
Hello, we meet again.
Hi.
How's the investigation going?
Not too bad, actually. You give Nabil the letter from Sino.
Oh, so you were able to find Sino after all.
Yep.
I hope he's doing all right.
He seemed pretty okay. He's the same as always.
I read the letter and must admit that I hadn't expected things to be so serious.
Sounds like a you problem.
Sorry. Had I known it would be so dangerous, I never would have gotten you two involved.
Anything involving corrupt academia officials is gonna be dangerous.
It's all right. We wanted to help Sino too.
I can tell that he really trusts you. The research files stored away in the restricted repository are far from ordinary. Everything there is essentially about dangerous research that's forbidden by the academia.
So who has access to the restricted repository? As a mantra, do you have access?
Even I don't usually have
Nope.
authorization to enter. But with this letter from Sino, it shouldn't be a problem.
Even though Sino's kind of on the outs with the academia? I guess maybe not publicly. Forbidden research.
That's right. Granted, the academia is very supportive when it comes to research. They encourage scholars to conduct all kinds of studies. However, some forms of research have proven to be so dangerous that the Matra have to step in and put a stop to them. Normally, after some particular research becomes prohibited, the majority of the related files will be destroyed.
What? They're destroying knowledge? Bet you it's in the Akasha.
But some information may be retained as a record to warn later researchers. Such information is kept in the restricted repository, which is heavily guarded. Follow me. I'll show you. Hopefully, we'll find the answers that Sino is looking for.
That will be attacked in the library.
The restricted repository. Sounds kinda dangerous. We'd better keep an eye out.
Is there a room in here I haven't seen? Go to the repository to gather information. Which room is this? It said lower. I went lower. Oh, to go to a person. Thought we were going to a place. My apologies. Nabil explains the situation to the repository's manager.
Okay, I understand.
Daiva.
Since Sino is vouching for you, I suppose we can trust you. You may browse the information regarding the Court of Desolation. Ask me if you have any questions.
Thank you. Don't know if I trust you, but thank you.
But I'd suggest avoiding any other research files. Sometimes the less you know, the better.
Knowledge is important. Utaba activates the device and a secret door opens in the wall. That's why I didn't find it earlier.
So this is the restricted repository. I never thought I'd see the inside of it. This is a first for both you and me.
All thanks to Sino. Do you also know Sino Utaiba? I'd rather think so, as the Grand Mahamatra.
There are many who do not openly converse with others within the academia. But even so, there are very few who I feel could be trusted with a real secret. Sino happens to be one of them. Even though he's no longer in the academia, I still trust him. And that goes for anyone he trusts as well. The files are over there. Just make it quick.
It'll take as long as it takes, sir. Search for clues. Okay, I'm happy to take as many books as possible with me. Sealed materials, the Court of Desolation. Oh boy, okay. Despite repeated prohibitions, research on the Court of Desolation in the past decade has increased without ceasing. Researchers who study this history of the Court of Desolation mainly go through 3 stages: discovery, investigation, and fanaticism. The earliest stage of research is the relatively basic discovery phase, which causes little to no harm. The results of their discoveries will show that treasures related to life and death may be hidden within the Court of Desolation. This is also where the rumour of bringing the dead back to life may begin. Following the initial phase is a prolonged investigation phase. All documentation regarding the location of the Court of Desolation has been vague at best. As a result, the structure itself has never been truly discovered. Many researchers deplete their resources searching in the desert, only to find a scant few remaining stone tablets with the words, "Entering the Court of Desolation comes at the price of one's life." 2 different interpretations of the line have quickly emerged as a result. Some believe that the price of one's life is the key to entering the Court of Desolation, while others asserted that it was a requirement for the court to appear. Because the Court of Desolation has never been discovered, the latter view gradually became mainstream. As a result, many researchers went in a short period of time. Overtaken by their fervent desire to make the Court of Desolation appear, they attempted to sacrifice their lives, because that's intelligent. Relevant research became increasingly dangerous and was eventually banned. But even after that, many academia scholars secretly continued their research. It was not until 7 scholars, including Murtada Radhakani, were arrested that research into the Court of Desolation entered a period of stagnation once again.
Whoa, there's a lot to read here. Have you found anything yet?
Murtada Radhakani. This researcher's name sounds... Does it? It didn't sound familiar to me.
Huh. It reminds Paimon of Sino's former partner.
That person's name was Taj.
His former partner. That would be Taj Radhakani.
Ah,
But
Radhakani,
you're
I
not
see.
far off. Murtada Radhakani was Taj's only son.
Ah.
What? Taj's son went to prison for researching the Court of Desolation?
Why do you sound so surprised? You're a Matra, aren't you?
It obviously wasn't publicly espoused.
It's just that they arrested him in secret, so it was never publicly known. All I knew was that Taj's son was taken to prison. It's not just me. I bet even Sino didn't know about it.
Is there any way we can meet Murtada?
No. Unfortunately, there isn't. He took his own life not long after he went to prison.
Poor Taj.
You've heard about Taj, right? I know Nabil has. Every Matra knows him. I would say he's probably pushing 50 this year, which makes him one of the most experienced Matra. He is a man of integrity and honesty, and has made countless achievements. His reputation goes back a long way now. He used to be Sino's only partner. Taj is also skilled with the polearm, so the 2 of them used to practice together when they weren't out on a mission.
Ah, right. I heard Sino mention that before. But one day, Taj suddenly decided to retire from active duty and transfer to an administrative position.
Was he already corrupt from that early time?
I wonder if it had anything to do with the Murtada incident.
It could. Or it could be something else entirely. Oh, they could be connected.
Taj was already very well known by the time Murtada was born, so when Murtada came to study at the academia, everyone had high expectations of him. He had to face a lot of pressure. Then he had an unpleasant dispute with his father, but they were eventually able to work things out. Not long after they had reconciled, Murtada was caught studying the Court of Desolation, which is in violation of academia rules.
Question. To be a Matra of the academia, do you actually have to have been a scholar of the academia? Or is it sort of like a separate branch entirely, purely for like military force? I kind of feel like Nabil, that was his name, wasn't it? He's wearing academia garb, so I think maybe they have to have been scholars.
Taj arrested
But like, I
his
can't see
son
Sino being a scholar.
and put him behind bars. He begged for leniency, but Taj wouldn't agree.
I mean, he didn't deserve leniency. He did something against the rules. Yeah, the rules were stupid, but he still did it knowingly.
Shortly after, Mortada slit his own throat with the pieces of a broken bowl.
Jesus. It's graphic.
By the time Taj arrived at the scene, it was already too late. He never had a last chance to see his son.
Well, his son did something very stupid. Twice.
Since then, Taj has been periodically coming to the repository. He'll hold the files from his son's research with a remorseful look on his face. I guess that's why he chose to move to administrative work.
Oh, that's the timing. I thought he retired before that, but okay.
I had no idea that happened. That must be really hard for Taj. I've never heard him mention that to anyone.
That's awful. Paimon feels terrible now. Are you okay, Traveler?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't really have any emotions about that. You said Taj comes to the repository. Taj has gone through Matada's research files.
Wait, don't tell me you're starting to suspect Taj now.
Hey, I already said it was him a few minutes ago, like 20 minutes ago, so yeah.
Possible. Taj would never do that. I mean, yes, he does have a big reputation and has access to such research.
And does his administrative tasks allow him to inspect goods, Nabil?
But this is Taj we're talking about. He would never do anything against regulations. Never.
Maybe he wants to finish his son's work. Did you think about that? And you're looking at him through your own perspective. You're not being neutral.
But if you claim that the canned knowledge was originating from the academia, then Taj is indeed a suspect.
Thank you, Utaba. Otaba. I needed someone to back me up there.
Because he was the only one who could have recently gone through research files about the Court of Desolation. There are so many files about those ruins that it would be difficult to restart any research, since the 7 original researchers were put behind bars. It's hard enough just trying to make sense of these files. However, if the files were made into canned knowledge, they could be understood immediately. By doing so, one could restart the research outside the academia without anyone ever noticing.
But even so...
According to the legends, the treasures inside the Court of Desolation could allow someone to see beyond life and death. Or even bring the dead back to life, right? So maybe Taj is trying to bring Mortada back. Though I don't really believe Taj would ever try to do something like that. I'm just telling you what I know. It's the job of the Matra to find the truth and track down criminals. Do you have any questions? If not, it'd be best if you would leave now.
Was there anything else in the room that I could have looked at?
Paimon's kind of confused. What should we do from here?
Let's go ask around somewhere else. I don't know what we're asking, but sure.
Now that I think about it, Sino suspected that the canned knowledge was coming from within the academia, right?
Do you mean suspected? It's more like it's guaranteed.
There's no way so many boxes could ever get through without drawing any attention. Maybe we could try asking people around the gate of the academia and see what we can find.
Kind of feels like you're drawing attention to yourself, but sure.
Don't worry, Tosh. I won't let your reputation be tarnished.
If say so,
then.
buddy.
Let's go ask around.
Still think you're drawing attention to yourself. Now, sir, do you have anything else in here like this? Mechanical life forms research data. Records an account of a Spantamad researcher who was expelled from the academia for studying mechanical life. Hey, it's... I don't remember his name. Starts with A. We literally just did his quest line. Oh, is that it? Oh, no, something here. Secret text interpretation manual. Records an account of... I don't like how it says records in an account. Can't it just say an account of or a record of? Why did I have to record an account? Ugh. Of a Haravatat researcher being sentenced to prison for deciphering forbidden documents. Okay. There's nothing else interesting here. Bye! Let's go into the front gate. We don't even have gates at the academia. Gate of wood.